again, everyone, and welcome to Hamlyt and Ophyllia.
Hello.
Hey, babe. We today are going to sort of go a little off kilter and not talk so much about the swift experience into trucking as we are going to talk about dealing with pain and what some people may have to endure while they go through the DOT physical, as well as what they're going to experience while they are on the road trucking.
Now, to be clear, your DOT physical is next week, so you haven't actually gone through it yet. However, you have sat down with that doctor, kind of like to have a pre-talk with him to kind of find out what it would be about.
Absolutely. I had several questions for him that I was curious about, and my doctor went ahead and at no charge, I want to point that out, no charge, went ahead and did a 25-minute consult with me to go ahead and answer all my questions. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that every doctor is going to do that, but I really did think it was great of him. I went up to the nurse's office and I explained, no, I don't want a DOT physical, but I want to talk to my doctor about the DOT physical. Okay, so be very specific if this is something you may want to do.
Yes, I thought that was really nice that he would at least even talk to you, because you had questions about the medications that you were taking as well as your sleep apnea.
Correct.
Now, due to your experience with chemo, which was quite extended for the type of cancer that you had, you were left with a permanent myalgia because of the chemo. So you had been taking, up until about a month and a half ago, narcotics to control that pain. So you have had to be off of the narcotics it's been at least a month and a half now.
Correct.
And narcotics are not allowed on the road. So if you're going into
Correct.
trucking, you cannot be taking any narcotics. I mean, how do you feel? I know that you have continuous pain, and yet you still feel it's worth it to be in pain and go into trucking, huh?
Yes, I do. And the pain is extensive. It, at its lowest, generally centered in my torso. At its most severe, it literally shoots through every part of my body. So, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm on the maximum dosage of Lyrica at the moment. I had to stop taking oxycodone and hydrocodone, and they did help with the pain for a little bit. The maximum dosage helps me for about 4.5 hours a day to 6 hours a day of dealing with my pain, but then I'm without for the rest of the day.
And how does Lyrica work for you or for your pain? Because that might be something other people might look into. Now, with a side note that it's up to the discretion, I think, of the DOT physician as to whether that will be allowed on the road.
That's correct. And yeah, I mean, if you're having severe side effects, obviously, it makes you almost narcoleptic at that point and wanting to sleep all the time, they are not going to allow for that.
Right.
For me, it doesn't really give me near that much side effects, so I am fortunate enough where I can take it. And it's, like I said, it's supposed to work for about 12 hours for me. It works for about 4.5 to 6.
And that doesn't completely take away your pain?
Not fully. I mean, at best, it feels like I have a hollowness all over in my chest, like it's being caved in. But that doesn't really last for long. You have to understand that once I take the pill, obviously, as in any other pill, it's going to be a bell curve. I'm going to peak at a certain point, but there are times when I have to go up to getting to that point, and then I come down off of it as well. So.
Okay, and so our point was really just to kind of share with other people that I know that some people may have a lot of pain and they might think, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Check with your doctor and check with your DOT physician. Make sure that those two, your prescribing doctor and your DOT physician, kind of communicate, because you are going to need proof from your prescribing physician. You're going to need proof, either medical notes or some kind of written letter to give to your DOT physician. They're going to want to see all of your drugs, and they're going to want proof from your doctors.
Exactly. And that's near verbatim of what my physician told to me. Obviously, I told it to Ophyllia at that point. But yeah, we need to go ahead and make sure that you're covered,
Hmm.
that you can drive on these things. Okay, even with like my CPAP, for example, I'm going to have to bring that in so that the card can get read, so that we can make sure that I am able to get enough proper sleep on the road so that I can function.
You'll also want to, just as a note, bring that CPAP into a place that can do the download. The DOT physician won't do the download for you. The sleep, I don't know, sleep disorder place will send that information over for you. Make sure you've been using your CPAP. Um,
And if I may, most of you who have CPAPs know where you got the CPAP from. And usually it's a local place, not directly at the hospital. That's where you go. I mean, you can even look up sleep disorders near me, or sleep disorder uh,
Facility or
facility,
something.
yeah, near me, and on, say, Google or Yelp, even I believe has it. You can go ahead and find something.
Also, just kind of as a kind of an asterisk to that, I have seen people online mention that their DOT physician wanted to actually see the CPAP machine itself. So you may want to double check. Just make sure with your physician, does he or she want you to bring the machine in, or is just the data enough going to be okay?
Right, and personally, I'm just going to bring my machine in. Better safe than sorry at that point. I'm not trying to hide anything, obviously. You're not trying to either. But let's go ahead and let's just play it smart at that point. Have it ready just in case.
And I guess another thing, just to make sure you understand, is that it seems that the amount of data off the CPAP is up to the discretion of the DOT physician. So one might demand 6 months worth of data, another guy might be cool with 3 weeks. So just so you know, that could vary. You might want to ask the DOT physician how much data he's looking for.
Yes, and please also understand that even as of last week of me creating this today, that Congress was looking at trying to go ahead and stabilize the requirements and make them more
Like set.
set. Yes, as far as so we may very soon even have rules that are just black and white, and everyone has to follow it across the states. But otherwise, it may very well be like Ophyllia said, state to state.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We are over on our time. We try and keep them shorter. But thank you very much for joining us. The next session, we will probably get back to a little bit more on the DOT physical itself. Okay. You guys take care. Hang in there. Keep trucking. All right. Bye bye.